nose is big. I'm not ashamed, big like a pickle. I'm still getting paid. I get laid by the ladies, you know I'm in charge. Both how I'm living and my nose is large. I get stupid. I shoot an arrow like Cupid. I use a word that don't mean nothing, like Luke did. I sang on Do What You Like, and if you missed it, I'm the one who said just grab them in the biscuits. Also told you that I like to bite. Well, yeah, I guess it's obvious. I also like to write. All you have to do is give Humpty a chance, and now I'm gonna do my dance. Humpty dance is your chance to do the hump. Come on, yeah, sexy lady, do the Humpty Come on, I'll do the Humpty Hump. Sexy baby, everybody, come on and do the Humpty Hump. I'll do you know what we're doing the Humpty Hump, y'all. I'll do the Humpty Hump. Watch me do the Humpty Hump. Yeah, that's great, y'all. Look at that bass groove right here. Yeah. Now that I told y'all a little bit about myself, let me tell you a little bit about this dance. It's real easy to do. Check it out. First I limped to the side like my leg was broken. Shaking and twitching, kinda like I was smoking. Crazy, whack, funky. People say you look like MC Hammer on crack, Humpty. That's alright, cause my body's in motion. It's supposed to look like a fit or a convulsion. Anyone can play this game. This is my dance, y'all. Humpty Hump's my name. No two people will do it the same. You got it down when you appear to be in pain. Humping, funkin', jumping, getting around, shaking your rump. And when the doodle jump pump points a finger like the sun, tell him step off. I'm doing my hump. The Humpty dance is your chance to do my hump. I'll do the Humpty Hump. Come on and do the Humpty Hump. Sexy lady. I'll do the Humpty Hump. I'll do the Humpty Hump. We're doing the Humpty Hump, y'all. Watch me do the Humpty Hump. Do the Humpty Hump. Black people. I'll do the Humpty Hump. I'll do the Humpty Hump. Come on, white people.
Good evening, Sally Tomatoes! Yeah, there's no one here. This is weird. But thank you guys for joining us. I know you can't tell because I'm wearing a hat, but my hair is amazing right now. I'm the only one. Everyone made fun of me for keeping my flow beat from the 90s, but who's laughing now? That's right. No one, because no one's here. How are you guys doing? Is everybody okay? I feel like we're okay, right? We're all sheltering in place. We're being safe. Rob Cervantes is here. I miss this guy. Give it up for Rob Cervantes. Just howl or clap in your house, I guess. The guy's bored. He's bored. He's bored like a traffic reporter, like a sportscaster. Like, what's going on with sports now? Nothing, right? That's what Rob's doing. Nothing. What I love about Rob is that he hasn't bought a new record since 2005, which is amazing. I enjoy that. Somebody, younger comic, right? Asked Rob, do you have any One Direction? He wanted to play One Direction. And Rob, with his turntables, records, said, nah, man, they go two directions. That sounded wildly racist somehow. I don't know what happened there. But here's the thing. Rob's bored. So now I just pay him to just sort of hang around my house and just play music while I stare thoughtfully in the distance.
Don't you call the queen of diamonds, boy. She'll beat you if she's able. You know the queen of hearts.
All right, that's enough. We're all depressed. Let's. How are we doing? We good? Right? We're all working from home. We're teachers now for some reason. Has there been any homeschool shootings? I really hope not. But hey, good news. I heard they've eliminated the SAT requirements, so I can finally get into college, which I'm very much looking forward to. We're all wearing masks now, like some kind of bandits, which I love because I don't get recognized in public anymore. Like, not as a comic, obviously, but just like as a person that lives in this town, I hate that. I hate that when you're like walking around and like you see people you know. I used to be married to a woman who would be like, "Oh my God, I totally had third period with your second cousin in junior high. Remember me?" And like would have a 10-minute conversation with this person that clearly didn't want to talk to this woman, and that's why we're divorced. We're all getting divorced, by the way. That's at the end of this. That's what we're doing. I hate that. Like, if I see somebody I know at the grocery store, I will do a barrel roll into the next aisle to avoid seeing that person. Or I'll whip out my phone, like suddenly I'm on an important call, like, "Oh, this is very important. I'm so glad you called me, imaginary friend." And or I'll just walk by him and just be like, which works almost every time. But one time I was at the grocery store, and this woman that I've known for years walked right by me and did the same thing to me. And I was like, "That's my move. You don't do that to me. That is my move. That's what I do." So I followed her. I followed her around the store through 3 different aisles. And finally, I walked up to her and I was like, "What the fuck, Mom?" She owed me $20. Anyway, listen, we got an amazing show for you guys tonight. Rob's gonna play laugh tracks for every comedian other than me and make it feel amazing. So we're gonna bring up, we got not one. Yeah, it's too late. Like, I was talking you up. I was really talking you up on this. Like, I was like, Rob Cervantes is amazing. That's all right. Listen, we're gonna get through this together, right? In this together. It's like a hashtag thing. All right, here we go. We're going to bring up, we got not one, but 2 amazing comedians. Your first comedian tonight is very funny and performs all over the Bay Area. Please give it up, big and loud, in your homes at a safe distance for Sean Reddy, everybody.
What's going on, everyone at home? I know I look good. I could tell because I finally did my hair after 3 months. It's been good. It's been good, sir. On the bottom left over there on the couch, please put your pants back on. It worked. Nice. And ma'am, on the other side of the couch, please put your pants back on too. We're in quarantine, so I know a lot of people haven't been shaving a lot, so let's keep it PG, guys. Man, it's been fun. It's been fun this whole time. I actually have a 6-month-old baby son at the house now, guys, and it's beautiful. I couldn't say this thing couldn't have happened at the most precious time in my life because I get to spend time with them all the time. But the best thing about being a parent is all the advice that we get from other parents, like veteran parents, you know? Like, one of the advice that we get is when you put your child down to sleep, make sure it's nice and quiet, you know, with a little bit of noise. So that way they get used to it. Now, I told this to my cousin Raj, who recently just came out of jail. All right? I told him this story, and he goes, no, Sean, do the complete opposite. Make sure it's nice and noisy, you know? So that way, in case something happens, he could do something about it. And I turned to Raj, I go, hey, man, what would he need to do? He goes, in case he gets robbed, man. Just in case he gets robbed. I'm like, who's out there robbing 6-month-old babies, man? Oh, man. Yeah, it just doesn't make sense, man. It doesn't really make sense. Yeah, my wife and I, we just moved into a low-income apartment complex because I'm doing so well in comedy. That's usually when you hit that. Thank you. Yeah, man, it's tough being a comic. It really is, you know. Go through a lot of ups and downs, you know. We don't really get paid to do this, more like a hobby. So we got to do side jobs that pay our bills throughout the whole year. You know, I pay my bills. This is how I pay my bills throughout the whole year. I got to go do guest appearances at wineries and churches and pose as Jesus? Yeah, my biggest payday is Christmas and Easter. That's how I pay my bills, guys. That's how I pay my bills. I'm gonna pause a little bit because usually after that joke I get a big laugh, so I'm gonna pretend that you guys are laughing at home. This laugh track is amazing, man. It actually feels like it's like packed house. I love it, man. Love it. Yeah, man. Yeah, no, but I'll actually tell you the real reason why I live in a low income apartment complex is because I started shopping at Whole Foods. Now, yeah, it's a true story. Started shopping at Whole Foods. And I don't know if you guys know this or not, but Whole Foods is pretty expensive, man. Really expensive. There's like words and terms I'm not familiar with, like cage-free. Never heard this shit in my life, guys. This is how I found out what it was. This lady was checking out her eggs in front of me, and on the carton it said cage-free on it. So I asked her, I said, ma'am, what does cage-free mean? She said, these eggs are laid by chickens that are not trapped in the cage and they're free and they're not abused. I said, how do you know they're not abused? Because I'm a cage-free husband, but my wife beats the shit out of me all the time. You guys thought I was naturally this brown? Nah, man, these are bruises, guys. I need help, man. I need help. Oh, man. Yeah. It's tough, man. It really is tough being a comic, man. It really is. You know? But a lot of it comes down to the fact that when I was a kid, my parents went through a really nasty divorce, you know? Like my dad used to abuse my mom, you know, and all that jazz. But my mom took things one step further, just like every mother does, right? She takes me to Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, guys. As soon as we walk in through those gates, she turns to me and she goes, Sean, do you want to meet your real dad? And I'm a kid in Disney, I'm like, oh, yeah, let's do it. So we wait in the small line. There's literally 3 kids in front of me, now it's my turn. She kneels down, she goes, Sean, go take a photo and say hi with your real dad. So I look up, guys, I'm excited. I recognize my dad from movies, right? My dad is famous. So I took a photo with Jafar. The villain from Aladdin. For like 2 years, I really thought Jafar was my real dad. I was like, hey, Jafar, can I ask you something? He said, of course you can. I said, by any chance, are you a cage-free husband? Because you look pretty brown, man. These laugh tracks are killing me, man. It's almost like it's perfect time, but it's not, you know? Oh, man. Yeah, quarantine, guys. We might as well talk about it since we're here, right? I've been browsing Facebook a lot, man. A lot of, rescheduling has been going on with dates and stuff. I got a friend of mine that was supposed to get married, and on the day of his original date, before it was rescheduled, his fiance posted a photo that said, today was supposed to be our day. And I got upset. Because I was like, woman, there's out there people dying because of this thing. And she's religious, right? So I wanted to say, God didn't even want you to have this to be your day. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be that selfish now. Was that too dark for you, DJ? That was too dark for you. Okay, we'll lighten it up. Oh, a little delay laugh. Yeah, man. Man. A lot of things I've been seeing people post about their kids all the time. You know, they post up a photo and they're like, man, where have the time gone? Where has the time gone? And I'm like, are Americans really that bad at math? Because you've been there the whole damn time. And if you don't know where the time gone, there's something wrong with you. I'll work on that joke, guys. I'll work on that joke. I tell a lot of stories about my wife here up on stage. And after shows, people come up to me and ask me the same question all the time. They go, Sean, where did you and your wife meet? True story. We grew up as play dates as kids. True story. I was 5. She was 3. At that young age, I thought she knew how to read. So I wrote her a note and I handed it to her. She opened it up and it read, "Would you be my girlfriend?" And then she looked up at me with her big brown eyes and she ate the note. That's love at first sight. Fast forward, we're in college now. She thinks she's being cute, so she runs up to me, she hands me a note. I open up and it read, "Would you be my boyfriend?" So I looked up at her with my big brown eyes, and I ate that note. And then I ate her out, and now we have been married for 7 years. Because that's how you seal the deal. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's how we got pregnant, guys. That's how we got pregnant, you know? It's good, man. This is going pretty well, actually. I didn't know how this is going to go, and I could feel you guys' positive energy right now coming through the lens of this camera, and I like it. I really do like it, man. Tell a lot of stories about my dad, man. My dad was a military guy. He didn't really, he used to just lie to me, bluntly, just straight up lie to me all the time. This is where, I don't know if there's any parents that are watching, but I'm pretty sure all these parents that are watching could back me up on this, which is when you lie to your child, make sure it's consistent, throughout his whole life. Because this is what happened. I caught my dad lying to me 3 times about the same story. When I was a kid, I got caught smoking weed. My mom, being a single parent, she didn't know what to do. So she was like, "I'm going to call your dad, he's going to solve this." So my dad comes over and gives me a lecture. After his lecture, I'm like, "Dad, can I ask you something?" He said, "Of course you can." I said, "Dad, have you ever smoked weed before?" He said, "Sean, I smoked weed 1 time and 1 time only. It was when I was in high school, I was on the soccer team. My teammate had some weed, we smoked it, worst soccer practice ever." And that's not why I caught him a lie on the 2nd time. I get caught again, he gives me another lecture. After that lecture, I'm like, "Dad, can I ask you something?" He said, "Of course you can." I said, "Have you ever smoked weed before?" He said, "Sean, I smoked weed 1 time and 1 time only. It was when I joined the military, right? When you join the military, you get placed with your comrades. My comrades smoked weed, and they made me smoke with them." So I knew there was something fishy about those 2 stories. So I knew, I had to figure out the truth. So years go by, guys, years go by. Me and my dad were hanging in my low-income apartment complex. And I turned to him, I go, "Dad, can I ask you something?" He said, "Of course you can." I said, "Have you ever smoked weed before?" He said, "Sean, I smoked weed 1 time and 1 time only. It was with your Uncle Peter. We went to the Pete Floyd concert. I got so high, I don't remember the concert, worst concert ever." I said, "Dad, that's bullshit, man. I asked you this question 3 times throughout my whole life, and you told me 3 different things. You told me it was high school soccer, military and comrades, and now you tell me it was with Uncle Peter at the Pete Floyd concert." He said, "Sean, all that happened the same day." I was like, "Dad, are you high right now?" He was like, "Sean, I smoked weed 1 time and 1 time only. It was right before I went to church, man. By the way, you look like Jesus. Did anyone tell you that before?" And I was like, "Dad, you are definitely high right now. Definitely high." Yeah, it was good, man. Going on with my dad, he was so cheap, man. Really, really damn cheap, man. He used to make me the sandwiches before we went to before I went to school. It was literally 2 pieces of bread, lettuce, and any meat he found in the fridge. I'm talking about like chicken curry from the night before, bones and everything, put in the sandwich. Now I tell you this because I never ate at the restaurant before, right? Never ate at the restaurant. And I told this story to my wife about the sandwich ordeal, and my wife was like, "I didn't know your dad fed you like a refugee." And it's true. This is what it was. Never ate at a restaurant. My wife is like, "I'm going to take you on your birthday to a beautiful restaurant." And we do, right? It reminds you, I never ate at a restaurant before. The restaurants I ate at are usually the restaurants like at McDonald's. We order off of a menu that has numbers on it, right? So we walk into this restaurant, we take a seat. This waitress comes up. She hands us the menu. I'm looking over, and I'm kind of embarrassed, but, I don't want to say nothing to embarrass my wife, right? The waitress says, "Are you ready to order?" I go, "Yes, I am." She goes, "What can I get you?" I said, "Man, I would like a number 32. She said, "Excuse me?" I said, "I know, yes, so many number 32s on here. I don't even know which one's mine. So I want a number 32 with chicken on it." And I said that shit with confidence, guys. My wife leans over, she goes, Sean, I go, what? She goes, that's the price. I said, holy shit, $32 for some food. Let me get a number 12 then, because that's more my budget. Number 12, please. So now my wife, we're going home, and she's super embarrassed. She's like, you know what, Sean? When our anniversary rolls around, I'm going to book us a nice stay at a beautiful hotel. She does. In downtown Napa, I don't know if you guys have been in Napa before, but in downtown Napa, there's a hotel there called the Indaz. It has many stars. I can't keep count. Now, we pull up into the driveway. My wife decides to give me a pep talk. Because to remind you, I grew up with a cheap Indian guy. Never stayed at a hotel before. If anything, I stayed at a motel, like a Motel 6, right? Where you walk in, there's a bed there with cigarette burns on it. You know, there's a TV there that only plays Spanish channels. Basically, a perfect setting for To Catch a Predator. So my wife gives me a pep talk. She goes, Sean, when we walk into this hotel, all right, we're going to get comfortable in our room. There's going to be a basket there with snacks in it. There's going to be a bar there with drinks in it. Don't touch nothing because nothing's complimentary. I say, okay, nothing complimentary. So we walk into the lobby. This lady walks up to us. She has a tray filled with glasses, filled with champagne. She goes, thank you for checking in. And for staying at the Indaz, you get a complimentary champagne. Now, I'm not going to lie, guys. At the time, I didn't even know what complimentary meant. That shit sounded expensive to me, right? So I turned to the lady and go, you know, man, we're going to pass on that complimentary champagne. My wife goes, Sean, I go, hey, I got this. I don't know if you can see or not, but this lady's over trying to make us buy this complimentary champagne. I'm not going to let that fly. Matter of fact, babe, I'm going to try to get us something for free. So I turn back to the lady. I go, man, you can show me where the cucumber water is. I know that's for free. My wife goes, Sean, I go, what? She goes, complimentary means free. I said, oh, shit, we get free champagne? So I took 2 for myself, guys. Went up to the room, had a good time. Dinner time rolls around. My wife goes, hey, let's go downstairs to the hotel restaurant. And we do. It's beautiful. It's dim lights. A guy playing the piano. A lot of white people. You know, that's dope. So the waiter comes up. He goes, thank you for dining at the Indaz. Is there something I can start you off with? Possibly a bottle for your table and an appetizer. I go, you know what, my man? We will order a bottle. I like a bottle of your finest complimentary champagne. And a number 12. Can we get a number 12? All right, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do one more story for you guys. Because I feel like you guys are having a good time. I feel like you guys are still having pants off. So we're good to go. I'm going to tell you guys a true story about the real reason why I actually no longer do drugs, guys. So you have kids in the room, please excuse them, otherwise they're going to learn some new shit right now. So recently I tried shrooms for the very first time. And for those of you that don't know what shrooms is, it's a mushroom that you eat and then you seed shit. So my wife and I, we go and visit my aunt, and she's in the shower. My cousin Roger's there. You guys remember him? The one that just came out of jail? Told me the advice about kids. He goes, hey, Sean, my mom has been a bee a while. I have some shrooms. Do you want to try some? Kill some time. I go, you know what, my man? Let's do it. My wife, being the responsible one, said, Sean, it's your first time taking this drug. I'm going to stay sober and make sure you guys are safe. I said, thank you, babe. So I ate the mushroom. And for those of you that don't know, mushrooms taste like shit. So you have to chase it with something. So I chased it with more shrooms and acid. Now, it's a bad combination, don't do it. It hasn't hit me yet until I go and use the bathroom. As I'm washing my hands, as I turn to wipe my hand on the towel, I look on the floor and my dick is on the ground, guys. And I freaked out. My wife hears me crying. She comes to the rescue. She's like, Sean, you okay? I go, babe, my dick is on the ground. She said, hey, don't just stand there. Pick it up. So I do, and it falls off. Now my cousin hears all this commotion. Now he's high. So he runs over. He's like, Sean, you okay? Oh my God, man. Your dick is on the ground. My wife turns to us, hey, don't just stand there. Help him. So now me and my cousin, we're trying to solve this thing. We're picking up his falling. We're picking his falling out, right? We get exhausted. We're like, you know what, guys? We'll solve this tomorrow morning. So we go to sleep. The next morning, my wife comes and wakes us up. She goes, hey, do you remember what happened last night? I go, no. She goes, you guys were so high that you thought that your dick fell off. That's when I found out that my aunt hides her dildo in the bathroom. And I touched that shit, guys. I turned to my cousin, this man was traumatized because he too touched his mom's dildo. Hey guys, I hope you guys had a good time. My name is Sean Reddy, and I will see you guys soon. And please keep your pants off. Thank you, guys.
Sean Reddy, everybody. Howl in your house. That's what you guys are doing now at 8 o'clock. That's why we started late, so you could howl and then come back inside and watch this. All right, listen. You ready for your headliner? I want to hear it. God, I miss crowds. This is so weird. There's 4 people here, but honestly, this is every bar show in San Francisco ever. So Sean did great. He did really good. I miss crowds. I miss hecklers. I miss drunk hecklers. Like the drunk heckler that you have to like, shh, you know, like, can you keep it down? And she's like, no, I'm part of the show. And I'm like, no, you're not. And then I'm like, all right, listen, you don't have to leave, but you go sit in the back. And then I kind of try to walk her to the back, and then she pours her beer all over me. That was very specific. I don't know. I just want Karen Killing's dad to know I was thinking of her. All right, listen. Your headliner is amazing. He came all the way here from Los Angeles, which took him an hour and a half to drive. So I appreciate it. I mean, you know, I think you should too. This guy's been on Comedy Central. He's been all over the place. He's got a new special on dry bar comedy, which sounds like the worst bar ever, but you should check out his special for sure. And you've heard him on Family Guy. Give it up in your homes for Kabir Singh!
Oh, isn't this nice? Give it up for all the comedy scene tonight. Isn't that great? Sean Reddy, I've never heard so much laughing in my life during your set. That's great. I like the fake back up. Maybe we should take that on tour with us. This is nice. I'm wearing gloves like a fucking Undertaker. I don't mind it. How's it going? This is great. Coronavirus. Everybody's worried about the coronavirus. I'm not worried about the coronavirus at all. I mean, I drink a pint of whiskey a day, a pack of cigarettes. All I eat is McDonald's and Burger King. I'll tell you. The first thing the coronavirus is going to say when it gets in my body is, get me the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? This is toxic. I'm pretty sure just be like, let me leave. I will drag him back. It's like, where are you going? It's not Cocaine Sunday yet. It is, this guy's killing me. He's drinking whiskey with cereal. But it is interesting, though. It is interesting, though, like, doing shows like this, though. It's actually not that bad. Doing stand-up comedy in real life, yeah, there's a lot of perks to it, but some of it sucks. Like, the worst thing about doing stand-up comedy live when you're on tour is I have to do radio really early in the mornings, which is terrible. I was in Denver last year in October, which is very cold. It shouldn't exist. I remember the first show, I was over there. I did 3 shows on a Friday, 2 shows on a Saturday, and they made me do radio Saturday morning at 7 a.m., which is an awful time for any alcoholic. But I showed up on time because I'm a goddamn professional. Right? I always remember, man, I go to a radio station, I go up to the DJ, I'm like, please don't ask me anything complicated. I've been up for 4 minutes and I'm not ready for any of this shit. And the DJ looked at me, he's like, don't worry about it, ma'am, I'm going to put you on air, we'll plug your show, we'll get you in and out. I'm like, thank you, this traitor, right? Right when I go on air, the first question he asked me is like, hey man, we're talking about men's fantasies today. He's like, if you were stuck in an elevator with anybody in the world, who would you want to be stuck with? I was like, the elevator mechanic. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck else would I want to be stuck with on a broken elevator, right? There's no time for Megan Fox. I need help. You know what I'm saying? Hit it, audience. Thank you. God, this is why I'm just going to take that laugh track everywhere I go. I don't give a shit. The coronavirus, that's crazy, man. I'm quarantined with my mom right now, which is literally the worst thing in the history of the world. For me. But for any, like, Indian mom, like, that's, like, literally she's living her dream that she has her son in an apartment that can't fucking leave. Every day. Thank you. Every day. She's like, it's so nice. And she will Lysol me every day that I wake up. I'm like, I haven't left the house. Settle down. But Indians are taking this really well. The whole apartment complex that my mom lives in is all Indians, which is hilarious, and they're loving this. I mean, they're very proud. They're bragging about how coronavirus didn't come from India, and they're being really cocky about it, which makes no sense to me. It's weird. Like, I was just taking the trash out the other day, and I saw my friend, next door neighbor, his name was Raj. I'm like, hey, how's it going, Raj? And he's all like, it wasn't us. Yeah, I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, it didn't come from us. We didn't do it. I'm like, Raj, settle down. Where's the trash can? He's like, it wasn't us, buddy. I'm like, calm down, Raj. People are getting sick. But it is interesting how this is all going. But yeah, man, I still love it. I love it. My mom was happy to have me at her house. My mom's very overprotective. I have the most overprotective mom in the world. If she doesn't hear from me for more than 4 hours, I'm a missing person report. Right? Like, I see myself on Dateline. It's fucking weird. Like, I accidentally boarded a flight from London to LA, 12-hour flight. I forgot to call my mom before I boarded it. So halfway through the flight, I was like, shit, I gotta call my mom to let her know I'm okay. Right? So I had to use the airplane phone to call my mom in Hindi because she doesn't like to speak to me in English. So I had to use the airplane phone looking like this in another language. It was outrageous. Right? Halfway through the flight, I called my mom. I'm like, hey mom, मैं flight 152 में हूँ, सब कुछ ठीक है. जब land करूँगा, मैं call करूँगा. Yeah, right? The guy next to me just starts crying. Yeah. And then he called his mom and started telling her how much he loves her, which is really inappropriate. I was like, hold on, man, I'm Indian, it's gonna land. I like how some of that crowd is still oohed at that too. They're like, ooh, even the big crowd is all like, I don't know about that. I don't like that. I actually like going to airplanes though as a brown person. I realized I can get other brown people kicked off the airplane whenever I want. I have the power to do that shit. I do it for fun. I don't give a shit. If I want them off, I'll just go to an airplane, find any brown guy on it, and just point to him and be like, hey, you ready? That's it. He's going to prison. It works every day. There's always some poor Indian guy that has no idea what's going on. It's like, you ready? He's like, holy shit, who is this guy? I don't know him. I'm like, he knows me. You ready? He's like, I don't know him. You shut up. I don't know this guy. I don't know this guy. I'm like, he knows me. You ready? Huh? Click, click. You ready? Click, click. I don't have click, click. I'm like, he has click, click. I've seen it. Yeah, but it is nice not having to travel all the time. Traveling kind of sucks. But, you know, it's nice to be home. I hope everybody's safe. My mom's been watching a lot of television shows, a lot of commercials for movies. My mom thinks I should be on movies, but she'll pick, like, weird movies, and she'll, like, shame me for not being on them. But it'll make no sense. Like, my mom just saw the ad for the new Fast and Furious movie, and she's all like, why aren't you in the Fast and Furious? Everybody's in it. Why aren't you in it? I'm like, Mom, why would you think I would be casted in the Fast and Furious? I could barely lift a stool. What part in the Fast and Furious would I even be able to play? Like, could you imagine? They would totally just book me for some hacky, racist role. And I would play it, too, because I don't give a shit. Like, I would be there in the car with Vin Diesel. He'd just be speeding and be like, Kabir, hit the nitro. I'm like, I'm not going to hit it. We're going too fast. This is too furious. I'm like, holy shit. I think I'm going to win a goddamn Academy Award for this. Am I all right? Thank you. Thank you. This is nice. I think we should do all shows like this. This is way better than dealing with a real goddamn crowd. The good thing about doing shows like this is, like, you don't even know if you're bombing or doing well. Either way, I don't give a shit. I never did. I just feel like getting in a cage match with fucking Mankind with these Undertaker gloves. I just want to win the IC title. Can I get a shot at the IC title or not? It is very interesting. It's great. This is nice. I'm enjoying this. I have a girlfriend now, which is awful. Does anybody have a girlfriend? Great. My girlfriend is, she's crazy, man. She's nice, but we both decided to have a hall pass. I don't know if you guys know what a hall pass is out there. For some of you guys that don't know what a hall pass is, we're both allowed to pick one person that we're allowed to hook up with if we ever get the opportunity to meet. So it's like, you're one pass, you get one. My girlfriend picked the actor from Aquaman, Jason Samosa. I don't know. I looked him up. I don't trust him. Very good-looking guy. I was very jealous. I'm like, screw that guy. That guy looks just like me. And then I looked up his girlfriend, and she was super hot. So I was like, good luck with that. I think he's all set. And then my girlfriend was like, whatever, asshole. Who's your hall pass? I was like, my hall pass is Elizabeth from Applebee's. Yeah, I'm not wasting my hall pass. That would be stupid. she's right over there, and I know we can't go to Applebee's right now, but she's still doing curbside service. I'm here. But my girlfriend and I, we both, we're doing well. My girlfriend's best friend is gay. I don't know if anybody has gay friends. But by the way, this guy's a liar. He's not gay. He's a goddamn liar. I know he's a liar because he sent a dick pic to my girlfriend and claimed it was an accident. Yeah, which is absolutely nonsense, right? My girlfriend is an idiot. Like, nobody accidentally sends a dick pic to anybody, right, guys? There's too many steps, right? Yeah, I mean, you gotta grab your phone, turn your phone on, put your pants down, look at your dick, put your pants back up, go on the internet, find a bigger dick, take a picture of that shit. There's no way you did any of that. It's ridiculous. Straight murdering it. I should just do a whole special just doing it like this. Has anybody done a special with just laugh tracks? Right? I think we should do it. We should just do it now. It started. We'll just do it right now. Now, I do feel bad. A lot of people are getting taken advantage of during the quarantine and shit like that. Like, I don't even know this. I watched this thing on Dateline where these landlords are now trying to, like, get sexual favors from women that can't pay their rent. Have you seen this shit? They're like, if you do this, I'll let you off the rent. Which, I mean, I can't imagine how that makes women all around the world feel, knowing that you guys have wasted so much money on rent all these years. It was free the whole time. Right when I heard that, I went right up to my landlord. I'm like, hey, Scott, blowjob, or are we going to take this up to another level? Captain State, I mean, I'll blow you. No? All right. It's interesting. It is very interesting how that works. But it is great, though. It is nice being kind of chill. I know people don't like Trump. I think people I guess people just blame Trump for everything. It's kind of weird. I mean, I didn't vote for Trump, but I don't really care who did. I don't really care. I thought he said some dumb stuff. I think the dumbest thing he ever said that he said he wanted to build a wall to keep Mexicans out of America. That's what he said, which makes no sense. He thinks a wall is going to keep Mexicans out of America because Mexicans aren't known for having ladders. Like, Jesus. Every time I pass a Mexican on a freeway, he's got 4 fucking ladders in the back of the truck. Like, why would you think that would work? It just doesn't make sense to me. That's like trying to keep Indians out of America by having a spelling bee on the border. Like, that shit's not gonna work. It's like, it just doesn't make sense. It's like, you can't come in here until you spell giraffe. I can totally spell giraffe. Are you high? You know, it's like, everybody call me. We're going to America. Giraffe, they want to spell it. Come, spell it. G-I-R-I. I don't know how to spell giraffe. Not that kind of Indian. My mom, thank you. My mom hates that joke, by the way. My mom hates that joke. She's like, why don't you just learn how to spell giraffe with that one joke? I'm like, get out of my room, Mom. I'm working. Jesus. She's a nice lady. Got a lot of politics, man. A lot of downtime. People always ask me what I do on my downtime. I love watching documentaries on serial killers. That's my shit. I love it. I love watching documentaries on serial killers. I watch it with my best friend who's white, so he thinks it's racist. Yeah, he gets real butthurt about it, dude. We watched like 30 episodes. Like, this is racist. Not all white people are serial killers. You know, all serial killers are white, though. You know, we're in episode 34. Jesus. Like, and it's not white people's fault. It's just white people are the only people in the world that can be serial killers. There's no other ethnicity in the world that can get away with 8 unsolved murders in a row. There's nobody that can do that shit. You know, like you don't think black people want to be serial killers? Of course they do. They can't. Right? Could you imagine a black serial killer? He would get pulled over on the way to getting supplies. You know what I mean? He hasn't even done anything yet. He'll just be driving. What seems to be the problem, officer? Your taillight's out. No, it's not. Officer down. You know, it's like Indians, Asians, Hispanics, we can't be serial killers. Our family's way too nosy. Right? Like, my mom's a snitch. If I tried that shit, my mom would just show up. Where is the rope? What happened to the duct tape? Where is the bleach? I'm like, fuck, bro. Why are you doing this to me? I'm checking the trunk. I'm like, you can't go in the trunk, Mom. There's people in there. Jesus. Mom's crazy, dude. She also, like, the weirdest thing about my mom is, like, every time I piss my mom off, she'll punish me in weird ways that I don't really see coming. Like, last year, I pissed her off, and as a punishment, she made me take my cousin trick-or-treating for Halloween. Yeah, I was like, I don't give a shit. I'll go pick up my cousin. I love Halloween. Let's go. I pick up my cousin, 10-year-old Indian kid. You know what he's dressed like? A Slurpee. I go pick him up, and it's an 11-year-old Indian Slurpee walking out the house. I wanted to slap the straw off his head. I'm like, what are you doing? I'm like, you're Indian and you're dressed like people are making fun of us about this shit. Why would you decide to dress yourself up like a Slurpee, right? But I couldn't say that shit because I was dressed like Aladdin. I was just like, up on the carpet, it's going to be a long ride. Oh, thank you. That was a full-blown applause break right here. I like that. Good. Things are going good. This is fun. I don't give a shit. Right? This is better than regular shows. No, it is. I know a lot of people are struggling right now, which kind of sucks. Trying to. But I will say a couple. No? All right, no applause right there. He's like, okay. We're in. See, that shit would work in Santa Rosa. I can't do that in LA. Yeah, they get all mad and shit. Man, they'll be all like, what are you saying? That's bullshit. But it is crazy though. It is nice being at home. I mean, a lot of people get to spend a lot of time doing whatever they do. I mean, I've been playing a lot of Xbox, and I don't know if you played Xbox online. These people are goddamn Hitlers on there. They will yell. Yeah, I just started playing like NBA 2K, and I'm not very good at it. And these guys, these like 9-year-old kids, will literally just yell at you the whole time. I'll like miss one rebound and be like, I'm gonna find you and kill you. I'm like, calm down, Kevin. All right, you live in Alabama. You're not gonna make it. The one thing, traveling was fun. I remember I was doing shows just a year ago. I was in the UK. I don't know if you guys have ever been to the UK, but they hate us over there. You know that they hate Americans. They think we're lazy and stupid, which sucks. I want to say some shit back to them, but I couldn't because I was very fatigued and I didn't have the facts. After my show in London, I go up to this guy like, hey man, why don't you like America? He's like, we don't like America because you go to countries, take them over and screw shit up. I was like, really, bro? You're British. And I'm Indian. Did you really just say that shit to me? That's fucking crazy. He's like, he's like, joke's on you, bro. I'm from Germany. I'm like, well, then you really need to shut the hell up. Like, why are you even talking about history? Isn't that something you would want to avoid? Right? Do they even have history books in Germany? What could they possibly say? Right? Chapter 1, we fucked up. The end. That's it. So, we have nothing else. Did shows in India too, which is fun. My cousins were very excited to see me when I went to India and did shows. They wanted to impress me. The first place they took me to was an amusement park. That sounds like fun, right? Roller coasters in a third world country, right? I'm over here in Bangalore, right? I'm going up this wooden roller coaster. I'm like, I'm going to die. There's no way I'm going to survive this shit. My cousin looks at me, he's like, don't buddy, these roller coasters are just like the one you have in America. Don't you, buddy, don't you, buddy. I'm like, okay, cool. I look down, I see 2 Indians pulling a rope. Yeah, sort of guy. One of them gave me the thumbs up. I'm like, put your hand back in the rope. Those people up here, calm down. It just makes no sense. Yeah, man, Indians get made fun of for a lot of stuff, but some stuff is true, right? Like, Indians will bargain. We don't give a shit. I don't know if you know this. Indians will bargain anytime, anywhere. We'll bargain while we're getting robbed. Robbed, I've seen it. Hey, put your hands up. Okay, buddy, hear me out. How about I put one hand up, okay? Like, how about you give me all your shit? How about I give you half my shit, and you give me your watch? It's a very good deal. You're not calm. Right? Like, how about I shoot you in the face? How about you just stab me and we call it a day, okay? Yeah, that's why you never see any Indians on Deal or No Deal. It would take too long. It would just be 5 hours of Indian guy yelling, no deal, no thank you. I'm like, Jesus, that's killing me. Thank you. I was talking about my girlfriend earlier, which is crazy. Well, we can't travel anymore, but the last time we went on vacation was awful. We went on vacation, we went to somewhere in Utah. We got this huge fight in the hotel room. She went on a level 3 flip out. Ladies, you know what that is, yelling, crying, throwing shit, right? In the hotel room, she starts threatening me, right? She was threatening me. She's like, I'm going to jump out the window. I was like, holy shit. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to jump out the window because the way you make me feel. I was like, okay. So I panic. I run downstairs. I wake up the manager. I'm like, hey, man, wake up. Me and my girlfriend just got this huge fight. He's like, that's not my problem. Yeah. I was like, look, man, I didn't get it. She wants to jump out the window. It's going crazy. I need your help. He's like, that's not my problem. I was like, it is your problem. The window is stuck. you need to go up there and fix that shit because this is my only way out. You know what I'm saying? It's my favorite joke. I'll just keep doing that until nobody likes it anymore. I got the new iPhone with Siri on it. You guys have Siri? Anybody have Siri? Yeah, Siri is racist. I don't know if you know that. Siri only understands white people. That's why I only see white people use Siri on commercials. Have you noticed this shit? It's only white people. Beep, beep, Siri, could you tell Michael and Jason that me and Ben are on the way, please? Right? Beep, beep, Messaset. No problem there. Then I use it with my Indian cousins' names and all hell breaks loose, right? Then I use it, I'm like, beep, beep, Siri, could you tell Rajender, Patinder, and Satinder right? that me and Priya are on the way, please? Beep, beep, we've located 5 7-Elevens in your area. I'm like, wow. Super racist. I'm like, we made you, Siri. Why would you do that to us? Right? Thank you. It's nice. I like it. Yeah, no, it is crazy doing all this stuff, but it's what it is. Talking about my mom earlier. My mom's cool. My dad, on the other hand, who's not very overprotective. I was actually in Canada. This show's in Canada, and I watched their version of 2020, which was crazy. I watched this whole episode, and they did this whole episode about this 9-year-old kid whose parents left them at like Target, and they came back like literally like an hour later. And the kid is now filing like a lawsuit against his parents for child neglection, which makes no sense. I mean, Canada, what a bunch of pussies. Like in America, that would never happen. Like I immediately thought about my dad. Like I remember when I was like 8 years old, my dad took me to Sizzlers, and he left his wallet at home, and he literally left me there as collateral. Yeah, he was all like, "Don't worry, I forgot my wallet. I'll be right back. Take my kid. I'll be right back." I'm like, Jesus, that's the most child neglect shit I've ever heard in my life. This guy literally went back to his wallet and came back. This is what he says, like, just take my kid, I'll be right back. Don't touch his dick, I'll be right back. I'm like, this guy's gonna touch me, Dad? Where are you going, Father? Call Mother. Thank you. It's good. My mom is the boss of my family, though, and that's the math. My dad's useless. I didn't realize how useless my dad was until I was 8 years old. When I asked him for some permission, he apparently had no authority given me. While my mom is out of the house grocery shopping. And I had no idea, man. I'm like 14, dude. I go to my dad. I'm like, hey, Dad, can I go play in the sprinklers? He's like, you want to go play in the sprinklers, buddy? You go ahead. You have a good time. Don't you, buddy, don't you, buddy. I was like, all right. I wasn't worried until you said that shit 3 times. But now I'm very worried, Father. Thank you. 5 minutes later, I'm in the sprinklers having the time of my life, and then guess who shows up, right? Out of nowhere, my mom, like a falcon, she just lands on a sidewalk with grocery bags as wings, pissed. She just shows up, she's like, hey, what the fuck do you think you're doing? I was like, I'm playing in the sprinklers. She's like, who told you? Point them out. Who told you that you could play in the sprinklers? I would like to meet the person that told you that you could play in the sprinklers. I'm like, Mom, Dad told me to play in the sprinklers. She's like, oh, you asked your father for permission. You might as well have asked a banana. A banana, bro. And then my dad sells me out. He's scared of my mom, right? She's like, did you tell him we could play in the sprinklers? He's like, I don't even know this guy. Who is this guy? I'm like, you piece of shit, you know me. Dad. Yeah, my dad, good guy. Just strangling me in Sizzlers and talking shit afterwards. Yeah, my dad's he was the basketball coach in my high school, which was the worst shit that I've ever seen in my life. He was literally the basketball coach in my high school. He had no idea how basketball worked. He didn't understand that Indians shouldn't be playing basketball against black people. It was very unfair. And he would yell at me after every play like I had anything to do with it. It made no sense. Like halfway through a play, you just call a timeout. Why are you letting him do that to you, Kabir? Why does Jerome have 42 points? Why are you letting Jerome do this to us? I'm like, Dad, what are you talking about? You know, by the time Jerome had the ball in his hand, I didn't even realize it. I turned around, his dick was already halfway at my face. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I turned around, it was dick, balls, dunk. Balls, dick, foul on me. I don't even know what you want me to do about it, all right? There's a black eye. Just take me home, Father. I think you have another restaurant. A lot of abundance. I'm liking this. I like this. I'm just going to do a whole album like this. I like this. Yeah, but, stand-up comedy, it's kind of, it is weird how people are getting dumber by this coronavirus, by the way, too, man. What pisses me off is like, hey, am I right? Like, I just went to Target the other day, and some guy just came up to me and asked me when my next show was. He's like, when's your next show? I'm like, what are you talking about? You're wearing a spacesuit at a grocery store. I mean, it's probably not anytime soon, Dick. You know, and it hurts me to say, right? What are you gonna do? But yeah, no, it is interesting. I do live in LA, which is the worst city in the world. The traffic is gone though, which is nice. People are not leaving the house, which is great. Because I remember the first day I moved to LA, on my navigation system, I put in the address of my first show. It said, you're 1.2 miles away. I was like, yes. Estimated time of arrival, Thursday. Really, Thursday? I can't be there Thursday. Right. And San Francisco is still the worst city to drive in by far. I've never been driven in San Francisco. That's the worst. It's like one-way streets. Every street's one way. You can't take a right, can't take a left, you can't turn around. It's a goddamn train track, right? San Francisco is the only state in the world where you miss your turn, you're screwed for 45 minutes, right? Your night is done. You're calling your friends. Looks like I'm not going to make it. Oh, what happened, bro? Oh, I missed my turn, and now I'm in Pacifica. That's what happened. I can't go anywhere. I made one mistake. And now I'm in some sort of ocean. But people always do different things to kind of like go through the time. Like a lot of people, all my friends smoke weed. I don't know if you guys smoke weed, which is not good. I can't smoke weed. All my friends smoke weed, but they refuse to smoke weed with me because I feel like I'm dying every time I get high. Like I've been there, man. I've been with all my friends. Everybody smoking weed. Yeah, bro, let's go order a pizza. Like, yeah, bro, let's do this. I'm like, does anyone have an inhaler? My tummy hurts. What if the cops deliver the pizza? I need help. I do remember house parties though. I miss house parties where beers were free. Remember that shit? Well, first time I was at a house party, I had a bottle of beer in my hand. I had some white guy for a bottle opener, and he handed me a lighter. A lighter. Like I knew what to do with it. I'm Indian. I stood there lighting the bottle cap for 20 minutes. People thought I was on heroin. I'm like, it's not melting, Jason. Jesus. It is interesting though. Like I know a lot of people are going through money struggles. But as a comedian, you know, I mean, we've always been broke. You know, not me, but the other comics you've seen tonight, they're broke. I'm doing all right. But it is weird being broke, though. I mean, I enjoy being broke, right? When you're broke, every day is an adventure. I like that shit, right? Like, I checked the mail the other day. I got a bill that said final notice on it. I was like, thank God. Looks like I won't have to deal with this shit anymore, right? Jesus Christ. I was getting very worried. It's tough to pay bills even if you have money. There are too many passwords. Like, seriously, how are you supposed to remember this shit? I'm a person, not a cloud, right? Yeah, I got the Verizon bill last week. I gotta crack the Da Vinci Code to pay this shit. So when I get the bill, I call them up. What's up, Verizon? It's me, Kabir, Singh. Let's do this shit. They're like, what's your account number? I'm like, 4789432. Where do you live? 2000 Walnut Avenue. What's your date of birth? 12/30/84. And he's like, what's your bill pay password? I was like, you bastards. You know, like, I don't know what that is, and I think you know that I don't know what that is. Let me just pay this shit so we can move on with our lives. Yeah. And he's like, I can't, I need your bill pay password. I need to make sure it's you. I'm like, who is out there paying other people's bills? Right? Jesus Christ. My password. You know what, basically, they do these password hints too. They're like, what's your password? Like, hints are basically the dumbest shit ever. Like, I don't even understand why people even do hints. They told me my hint was. They're like, oh, what do you want my password to be? It's like, your hint is turtles. I'm like, I don't know any turtles. Please, just let me pay my shit. That's why I like T-Mobile. That's great. You just walk in there and throw $20 at them and move on with your lives. Yeah, that's all you have to do. But it is crazy, though. I was talking about my parents earlier, who are great. My mom and dad, nice people. My mom, of course, is the boss. My dad, useless, like I explained to you earlier. But they both want me to get an arranged marriage because they want me to get married to an Indian lady, right? They just want me to get married like most Indians do. For some of you guys that don't know what an arranged marriage is, that's in our culture where a guy's dad will call the girl's parents and they'll just get them married without even meeting. Which I thought that was an awful idea until I saw my cousin's wife. Holy shit, she is hot. Right? My cousin, on the other hand, looks like something out of Narnia. Yeah, he looks like shit. Right? That's how him and her, I was like, sign me up. Let's fucking do this. Fellas, if you think arranged marriage is a bad idea, think about how cool it could be in America, right? Think about it. You're at a club. You look at the hottest girl in the club. You're like, hey, baby, you want to dance? She's like, no. Then you could say, well, too bad, bitch. My dad talked to your dad, and guess what? We're dancing. You know? Even the laugh track didn't laugh that much at that. That's crazy. I like how the laugh track is going lower and lower per joke. Yeah, that's good. Uh, essential workers. Jesus. Essential workers. What is an essential worker, by the way? You know? Should be us. I mean, I've tried other jobs, man. I was a 911 operator. If I stuck with that, I would have been an essential worker. There's still 911 operators. I tried to be a 911 operator. I got fired day one after 2 phone calls. For some of you guys that don't know what a 911 operator is, you call 911. I hear your shit. I radio into the cops. 2 steps. Couldn't handle it. Right? First call I got was a shooting on 5th Avenue, and I kept it real. I was like, attention all units, there's a shooting on 5th Avenue. I repeat, stay the fuck away from 5th Avenue. Don't go there, there's a shooting. Second call I got was a breaking and entering, and this woman was terrified. She calls me up, she's like, oh my God, there's somebody in my house. I'm like, oh my God, you need to get the fuck out of there. Jesus, he's already in the house? I don't see this ending well at all. What are you doing on the phone? No? All right. Thank you. Sorry. The laughter is not a thing. Yeah, it's fine. You know it's a bad joke when the DJ looks at me like... He looked at me for 2 seconds before he pressed that fucking button. He's like, is that it? Is that the joke? I can't tell what the punchline is. Is that it? Yeah, it's a good joke, right? Like, is that the end? Click. Yeah, that's great. I'll do 5 more jokes. I'll get you guys out of here. I wish I could talk to these people. Right? That'd be nice. I know everybody's going through a lot of stuff, and I do want to give, my love to everybody out there watching it. I really do. Thank you for supporting live comedy. I know Mr. Williams over here and Sally Tomatoes, one of the best organizations, doing a lot of stuff for the community. So give a round of applause for even having us here. I mean, it's been 2 months since I've been on stage. You guys are killers. I like it. Killers, as in we're all dying. We don't even know. We'll figure it out. But it is interesting how things are going. I was talking about earlier how my dad was a basketball coach, which is unreal. The coolest thing about playing basketball in high school, though, was that I got to play basketball with black people, which was awesome. Because all the cool shit that we say in society comes from black people, right? Like, shit just got real. I don't know if you remember shit just got real, which was like the coolest slang term ever. I remember the first time I heard it, I was very excited, right? I was playing basketball, all of a sudden my black friend comes up to me and he just dunks on me. Monster dunk, hit the ground, ball hits my face, I ain't bleeding from my mouth, nose, and eyes, right? And I'm just laying there. He walks right over. He's like, yeah, motherfucker, shit just got real. And I was on the ground like, oh my God, that's awesome. What did he say? Did someone write that down? I want to be involved with that, right? So the next day, I go to Burger King. I'm like, this is my time. Time for me to step my game up, right? What about me, right? So I walk into Burger King. I'm like, hey, man, can I get a Whopper, please? He's like, you want cheese with that? And I was like, here's your opportunity. I was like, nah, man, fuck cheese. Shit just got real. The guy's like, no, it hasn't. He's like, he could have just asked for no cheese instead of yelling and spitting all over the counter. I'm like, shit. Here's where I got my ass kicked. I said that to my mom. Yeah, this sprinkler Nazi. After a rough night of drinking, she'd wake me up in the morning and she's like, hello, beta, wake up. Tell me what you want for breakfast. Tell me what you want for breakfast and I'll make it for you. Don't you worry, buddy. Don't you worry. Tell me what you want. Eggs, toast, bacon. I was like, give me all 3, bitch. She just got real. Not funny. Terrible. My mom was pissed. She's like, what did you say to me? No. What did you say to me? Get out of my house. Yeah. Get out of my house. Leave the car keys on the table. I bought you that car. Now get out of my house. Now you're living on the street. You're homeless and you've got nowhere to go. Oh, shit just got real. Huh? Yeah, shit just got real. Like, whatever, Mom. That's good. We're not done yet. I'm going to get the 2 more jokes. We'll get you guys out of here. No, man. In case it's like, just keep going.
Another 30.
Another 40? 55? Good. I love I'm saying this like I have another 55. I've got 2 more jokes. Yeah, it's crazy like growing up with white people, man. All my friends are white. You know, it's weird. Like white people can be super racist. Like I remember one time I was hanging out with this white girl, and she was like, "Hey man, you want to go back to my place?" I was like, "Hell yeah." I go back to her place. She had me fix the computer while she passed out on the couch, which was very disrespectful. That was a terrible thing. Is the laugh track not working? Okay, he's having a conversation. Well, closer. There it is. By the way, I do want that laugh track everywhere we go, by the way. I think that's fucking badass. I think I need it. Yeah, man. It is crazy, though. I'm glad that everybody's doing well. Anyway, I know people were pissed off about Trump. But, I was very excited. Did anybody vote for Obama? Yes? Good. I remember when Obama was first elected, my friend was way too excited. Like, right when Obama got elected, my friend came to my house at 1 a.m., bust in my room, pumped. He's like, "We did it, bro. We did it. We finally did it." After the bullshit of motherfuckers holding us down, we rose up and we did it. What? I was like, dude, you're Vietnamese, right? I'm Indian. We didn't do anything, right? We didn't even vote. We got high and played Mario Kart for the longest time. By the way, Mario Kart was by far my favorite game of all time. I don't know if you guys out there play Mario Kart, right? Mario Kart is shit. I remember Mario Kart. I used to play that shit in real life. I didn't give a shit. I used to get wasted. I would jump in my car, I'm flooring it, cutting people off. I'm throwing mushrooms and bananas out the window. Right? The guy behind me is like, "What the fuck is this guy doing?" It was all fun and games until I got home. My mom busted my room. She's like, "Hey, what the hell happened to all the groceries?" I'm like, "The trooper started a war that she wasn't ready for, mother." But really, honest, thank you. Honestly, this has been amazing. I haven't been on stage for many months, and I really do appreciate the opportunity. I hope you guys had a lovely dinner, and I hope you guys had an amazing show. Hopefully, I'll be back in Santa Rosa eventually, and give it up one more time for Mr. Williams for putting this amazing show. Please support Sally Tomatoes, and please support yourself. Stay safe. My name is Kabir Singh. Again, it was an honor to perform for you guys in your living room tonight. Have a lovely evening, okay, guys? Thank you very much. Guys in his night suit. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for wearing gloves.
Thank you.
Kabir Singh, everybody.
Cheers, guys.
Howl at home. Howl at home.
Y'all can do it.
Oh my God. I apologize for my wardrobe. This is the longest I went with wearing real clothes since, March, I think? Yeah. So it turns out I don't like wearing real clothes. I wanna thank each and every one of you guys for supporting Sally Tomatoes. We're in Rohnert Park. I don't forget what Kabir said. Kabir is very funny, but he doesn't know where he is right now. And that's totally okay. And I also want to apologize. I think our stream cut off, and now you're gonna get the second 20 minutes of this on another stream. And I don't know whether to blame the liberal media or Trump or Zuckerberg or Bill Gates or whatever. But how about we don't blame anyone? What if we just let all that shit go and just come together as human beings, right? And we just stop blaming other people and just come together and take care of each other, right? Are you with me? Yes. Thank you, fake audience. Wow. That's really, really good. One more time for Rob Cervantes, everybody. Love this man. Thank you guys so much. We miss you guys so much, and we can't wait to see you again. Rob's going to play 10 seconds of a song, or else we're going to get sued. But you should Google it, because this song is for you guys, right? Are you ready? Ready? Let's do it. All right. Thank you. Good night.
Now we shall return. We were so glad we could make it, but so soon